dummy that they use for training, or the punch bag that they use in training,
إلى أي مدى تستطيع أن تصارع.
and see how much you can beat it.
تخيل نفسك مصارع آخر أمامك يريد أن يصرعك.
Or imagine it to be another fighter standing in front of you.
سيصرعك أحيانا لا بأس.
You'll see that your ego will sometimes beat you, no problem.
لكن لا تجعله يصرعك دائما.
But don't let it beat you every time.
لأنك ستكون بذلك ضعيفا.
Because you'll be weak otherwise.
أذن الفجر.
When Fajr comes,
سمعت أن الفجر قد أذن. أخبرت.
you know that Fajr has come upon you.
نفسك قالت لا تعبان سهرت نعم.
And your ego says, tired, stayed up late, let's sleep.
هل أنت من النوع اللي يقول حاضر تنام؟
Are you one of the people that says, okay, good, and go back to sleep?
ضعيف غلبتك في الجولة.
He said, you're weak, you've been beaten in that round.
قلت لها لا لا قومي صلي.
Say to her, no, let's get up and pray.
يقول لك لا بنام.
She says, no, I want to sleep.
الصلاة زينة.
Say, prayer is nice.
لا نام.
Nah, sleep.
لو توضيتي وصليتي.
If we just get up and do wudu and then pray.
تنام ولا لا؟
What's up with you? You want to sleep or what?
من يغلب الثاني؟
Who's going to beat who?
مشيت في الشارع.
Walk in the street.
أحد الناس استفزك. أنت ضعيف ما تقدر تضارب.
Someone eggs you on and says to you, you're just a weakling, you can't fight.
أنت خواف ما تقدر تسرق معي.
You're a coward, you can't steal. You wouldn't dare.
أنت رجل أنت؟ لو كنت رجل خذ هذه القطعة من المخدرات اثبت لي أنك رجل.
You're not a man. If you're a man, go on, take some of this. Try it. Some substance, some drug. Try it, come on.
أين الرجولة؟
Where's the manhood there?
نفسك الآن تقول لك استجيب.
Your ego starts saying, go on.
اثبت أنك رجل.
Show him you're a man.
لكن هل الفتوة أن تثبت للآخرين أنك رجل؟
But is chivalry to prove to others you're a man?
أم أن الفتوة أن تثبت لنفسك أنك رجل؟
Or is it to prove to yourself you're a man?
الفتوة أن تثبتي لنفسك بأنك فتاة.
Or is the woman's chivalry to prove to herself that she's chivalrous?
النقطة الأخيرة.
The last point.
خذوا هذا التعريف الذي ذكرناه عن الفتوة واقرأوا السيرة.
He said, take the definition you were just given about chivalry and study the biography of the Prophet of God.
اقرأوها مرتين ثلاث أربع خمس 7 مرات.
Read it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to read it 7 times even, the Prophet's biography.
انظر في المرة الأولى وانظري كم موقف فتوة ستستخلصون. سجل كل ما وقع في قلبك أن هذا الموقف ينطبق عليه هذا التعريف سجله.
He says every time, when you read the first time even, from the first time you read, every time you see a situation where you think the Prophet showed chivalry, write it, make a note.
المرة الأولى كم موقف فتوة ستستخرج؟
Look how many situations you can see in which you can see chivalry.
إذا مشيت بطريقة صحيحة لن تنتهي من السابعة إلا وقد صار عندك 10 أضعاف المواقف في المرة السابعة عن المرة الأولى.
He said if you do it properly, by the time you've read 7 times, you've read your 7th reading, you'll find 10 more situations than you find the first time. 10 times more.
افعل ذلك في سير الصحابة وآل البيت.
He said and do the same in the biographies of the companions of the Prophet's family.
افعل ذلك في سير الأئمة.
And do the same in the biographies of the Imams.
أبو حنيفة رحمه الله الإمام الأعظم كان له جار كل يوم إذا جلس أبو حنيفة مع الطلاب للدرس هو يأخذ العود ويضرب على العود ويغني صوت عالي ملتصق بيته وبيت الإمام أبي حنيفة.
He said Abu Hanifa used to live next to a neighbor who'd wait for Abu Hanifa's radiallahu anhu, his companions to sit together for a lesson, and then he'd pull out the lute and start playing his lute loudly.
كان صوته نشاز.
And he had this irritating voice as well, this
يظن
neighbor.
أن صوته جميل وأنه فتوة.
And he used to think his voice was beautiful and he's so chivalrous.
يقول أضاعوني وأي فتى أضاعوا ليوم كريهة وسداد ثغري أنا الفارس يعني.
He say things about how much of a knight he was and how gallant he was.
اليوم الصراع أنا الذي كنت أقف معهم أضاعوني.
He said that they lost me. The day they were fighting, I was going to be in the front line with them.
كان الطلاب ينزعجون.
So the students were listening to this and just getting irritated because he was just irritating them.
يقولون يا إمام اشكوه إلى الشرطة.
They were saying, Imam, go and complain to him go to the authorities, complain about him.
إنه جاري.
And the Imam would say, he's my neighbor.
طيب لست أنت. إذا لنا نحن سنضربه سنوقفه عند حده.
He said, it's okay then, you don't have to do anything, give us permission, we'll go and hit him.
يقول لا إنه جاري.
And show him his place. And he said, no, he's my neighbor.
في ليلة من الليالي فقدوا صوته.
He said to him, he's my neighbor. And one night they couldn't hear him. it was all quiet.
في أثناء الدرس في وسط الدرس تنبه الإمام لم يسمع الصوت.
He said that during the lesson the Imam stopped and he realized he couldn't hear the man's noise.
فقال ما بال جارنا الذي أضاعوه.
He said, what happened to a neighbor who they missed out on in the battle lines?
فضحك الطلاب قال ما يضحككم قالوا قد أراحك الله منه.
So the students started laughing. And he said, what's up with you? They said, oh, yeah, God got, made you rest from him.
كيف؟ قالوا حبسه الشرطة.
He said, the police went and put him in prison.
فوقف وترك الدرس الإمام أبو حنيفة.
Abu Hanifa got up and left the lesson.
وقال وجبت الشفاعة جاري.
He said, he's my neighbor, I have to intercede on his behalf.
وقصد دار الخليفة.
And he went to the Khalifa's residence, the ruler's residence.
قوة أبي حنيفة أنه كان يستطيع أن يوقف الرجل عند حده. لما قرع باب الخليفة في الليل حاجب الخليفة قال من؟ قال أبو حنيفة النعمان. قال أبو حنيفة؟ قال ماذا تريد؟ قال أريد الخليفة. قال الخليفة قد نام. قال أيقظه.
He said, so Abu Hanifa went off to the house of the ruler and knocked on the door, and the ruler's his doorman came out and said, who is it? And this just shows you the strength of Abu Hanifa. He didn't even need to go to the police. He could have gone straight to the ruler to complain about the man. But when he hears the man's imprisoned, he goes to